Together, we can help these videos reach more families. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. Did the pandemic really change our children, or did it simply make some realities that were already there more visible? Can the loving people in a child's life really influence their development? And could that influence be even more important for autistic children? For years, we've talked about therapy, medication, education, technology, and many other things. But I believe there's something incredibly important we still don't talk about enough: the impact of the people who truly connect with a child in their everyday life. For the past 5 years, I've been searching for the answer to this question in real life, both as a mother and as a researcher. Today, I'm not just going to share my own observations. I'll also share what scientific research tells us about this, because sometimes the biggest difference in a child's development doesn't come from expensive toys or the latest technology. It can be created through small but meaningful human interactions that happen every single day. We were living far away from our family. Because of that, my son didn't have a grandmother, grandfather, aunt, uncle, or cousins he could see every day and grow up with. And on top of that, all of this happened during the pandemic. We were all confined to our homes. Parks became empty. Playgroups came to a stop. Children could no longer spend as much time with their peers, and family visits almost disappeared altogether. In those days, I kept asking myself the same question: were the differences I was noticing unique to my son? Or were many other children having similar experiences because of the pandemic? UNICEF and the World Health Organization report that the pandemic had a significant impact on children's social interactions, opportunities for communication, and daily lives. Our doctor used to tell us the same thing over and over again. The relationships children build with the adults they trust are an important part of their development. At the time, I didn't realize how deeply meaningful those words were. Today, I understand them much better. As a Turkish mother, I came to realize that some of the things we simply take for granted in our culture can actually provide incredible opportunities for a child's development. When the people who love a child talk with them, play with them, read them stories, prepare meals together, go for walks together, laugh together, maybe the greatest thing that shapes a child's future is the small but meaningful responses they receive every day from the people in their life. But is there a scientific explanation for this? As I started digging into the research, I found that the Harvard Center on the Developing Child, the American Academy of Pediatrics, and many studies on early childhood development, they were all pointing to the same conclusion: consistent, responsive interactions with trusted adults support a child's language development, social skills, and emotional sense of security. One of the concepts that impressed me the most during my research was serve and return. In many ways, this approach reflected what I had been observing over the past 5 years. The idea behind this concept is actually something we once did naturally every day, but not as often anymore. A child looks at you, you look back, a child says something to you, you respond, a child shows you a favorite toy, you share in their excitement, a child smiles at you, you smile back. According to the Harvard Center on the Developing Child, one of the most powerful experiences that supports early brain development is these responsive back and forth interactions. Every new person in a child's life created a new learning environment: new words, new sounds, new facial expressions, new games, new questions, new social rules, new experiences. Maybe a grandfather spent just 5 minutes playing ball with the child. Maybe a grandmother read them their favorite stories. Maybe an aunt baked cookies with them. Maybe an uncle enjoyed taking a walk with them in the backyard. And their cousins laughed and played hide and seek with them. From the outside, these might seem like ordinary moments. But over time, I realized that these small moments were actually some of a child's greatest opportunities to learn. And perhaps most importantly, each one sent the same message: you matter to me. That's when I realized there isn't a single right approach to autism. After my son was diagnosed with autism, I kept asking myself the same question: how can I best help my child? For years, I searched for the answer to that question. I read everything I could and I tried different approaches. I came across countless therapy approaches I'd never even heard of. Sometimes I didn't even understand what they were supposed to do or why they were being recommended. But I kept researching, trying new approaches, and searching for the path that was right for my son. Unfortunately, most of them didn't provide the kind of support I had hoped they would. In San Francisco, the support provided through public services was very limited, and even accessing the support that did exist was extremely difficult. Almost every organization we reached out to had long waiting lists, and more often than not, they told us they wouldn't be able to help us. The support we had been waiting for with such high hopes didn't begin until more than 2 years later. No matter how skilled or experienced they were, I realized that no professional could truly get to know my son's world in such a short amount of time. They would come, do a brief evaluation, leave behind a few recommendations almost like a prescription, and then leave. In reality, they were trying to find a way to connect with my son too, but the only way to know whether it would actually work was to live it every day with your child and put it into practice. If it helped, you kept going. If it didn't, you tried something else, because every child is different. In the end, the responsibility always came back to the family. That's when I realized something important. No one will ever know your child better than you do. And the sooner you embrace that responsibility, the more you can support your child's development. Sometimes I would even joke with the therapists, "Looks like you've given me another homework assignment today." Our experience in Turkey was very different. There was no public support, so we had to pay for everything ourselves, and the costs were very high. A therapist would come to our home, but no one explained what was being done during the sessions, what approach was being used, or how we were supposed to continue supporting our son afterward. Every experience was different, but one thing never changed. Time was passing and my son was growing up, and sometimes I felt like I was the only one who truly understood how important that was. A few hours of therapy each week simply weren't enough for my son, because as I mentioned earlier, every child is different. Every child has their own interests, their own sensory world, and their own way of learning. By then, my son and I had already begun finding our own path, and it wasn't written in any of the prescriptions or recommendations I had been given. In the next video, I'll share how we found our own path together and what that journey taught us.